Hey everyone, welcome back to Season 3 of The Beat Presents. I'm your host, Cyndi Harder, and here with us today we have 9Lights and Rio Azul.
Crazy to meant someone left alone with a pad and a pencil. Forensic sciences, scientists as a new instrumental essential. Committing homicides and attending the funerals. Caught my name in your casket backwards and laugh afterwards. A grave digging, shape shifting abomination. A monster who's craving to feed off your lifeline in honor of Satan. Down in a white mask, machete in hand, slicing the dice in the competition. I grant and announce a remission. Got you twitching and sweating when I mention the borough. I'm repping the process, back in the bodies and teaching lessons with Smith and Wesson. Evident that wherever it's prevalent in the underground resident, clear the evidence hella quick. Rhetoric bound to get recognized like a president. Flow as cool as a peppermint, leaving your psyche rather bent. I represent the East Coast, and we know that our reputation is lethal. Wait, if I stumble up, I most.
Yo, I feel that, man. Word. Yo, I'm a fucking straight shooter. Buddha abuser. Pushing keys like I'm new to computers. I'm truly a blooper. You faggots couldn't pick my shit up with a pooper scooper. Middle finger to a super trooper. The villain gives no fucks for the law. No love for the boys in blue or the dogs involved. Anyone that caught a charge feel the same. No pause, kill the game. Use force in the name. No applause or metaphors to exasperate the change or advocate the fame. I don't fabricate my name for the fabric. You faggots are rapping and sounding the same. Look up at me while I'm pouring out this acid rain. I'm about this, man. Don't you doubt it, man. I wanna buy the money, I can't stop counting, man. Fucking 9 to 5, I want an accountant and all the spoils of war plus an ounce in hand, motherfucker.
You thought that I was chillin' on the intermission, blessed by Mr. Mikavillain, but I keep it rippin' till I'm drippin', never be under addiction. Cause milking this is like a slap into my mama's face. My passion lies advancing on my worst through faded style and grace. Was born in the year of the goat, which means I'm a sacrifice to hip-hop as a whole. Cause I show these cats how to do it right. I lead the pack and lead the track from where I came. You hear the clack and other heels from all the honeys following like the train. My locomotive is to chug a choo-choo right out of the tunnel while holding a bottle full of the rest of my crew too. And clone the bones amongst my cats to call it a Mewtwo. Scientific plan gone right, go get a Blue's Clue. I'm putting on and eating with those who are starving with me. If need be a surgery, they gladly rip it out the kidney. The realest homies are revered when you about to die. Be conscious of your third eye,
cause in the end either fight or fly. Y'all feel that, man? Hey yo, I cruise past these new jacks who wish that they could rap. Who's that? Swinging a baseball bat until the wood snap. Blow the roof back, cause I shoot cats with smooth tracks. Bringing that boom back, crack with a few facts. I'm too fast, better move back, Jack. And get your ass shaped by the wolf pack. Either that or I'ma smack your face until your fucking tooth crack. Scratch it, rewind it and view that. It's slow motion, cause on the microphone the villain has no emotion. Closed caption, rated R, panoramic view. Face the amplitude, way above the paw, damage you. Not a fan of who, downsize the rhythm. Blinded by the vision, bounce high when I'm hitting the count. Climb to the ceiling, wanting for murder on these beats. Repeating kicks to the snares, that I had is screaming. Haunting them, we're filling against mass appeal. Smashing caps and slashing grills. These facts and fast and kill these whack rappers asking chill like for real. Yeah, yeah. We're going raw dog, son. It's no holds barred, so we're legitimate. We hitting tricks up in your residence. We're going raw dog, son. We aim to rip apart. We future philosophers, try your luck to get ahead of this. We're going raw dog, son. It's no holds barred, so we're legitimate. We hitting tricks within your residence. We're going raw dog, son. We aim to rip apart. We future philosophers, try your luck to get ahead of this. We're going raw dog, son.
Hey guys, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
So how'd you feel about your performance? We all loved it, so
it was
good
really
job.
Energetic.
Yeah? Good. So how did you guys start to work together?
Actually, do you remember?
Yeah, I've been working with Mikavillain for a long time because he's from town over from me back home. And I made this beat once and he sent it to Rio, I guess. Him and Rio connected.
You came in that room up there.
Yeah, and I went to the studio when they were working on it, and I met Rio, and we just kind of vibed. He killed the song. It's one of the songs we did tonight.
Which one?
It was Raw Dog.
Oh, okay, awesome. Yeah. And I know neither of you guys are in the music conservatory here. So how do you feel about that compared to like non-conservatory musicians and you guys who do just as great of music? Is there some sort of stigma between conservatory and non-conservatory, do you think?
I mean...
As far...
Go.
Yeah, I don't think that there's necessarily like a stigma or anything, but I don't know. Personally, not being in the conservatory made me, you know, because I auditioned and I didn't get in initially when I first came here, and that kind of just made me want to better myself as a musician, to be honest, and that was definitely a driving point in like getting better.
Like for me, it's actually a completely different story. I originally went to Mercy College prior for a freshman year, and I took a semester off, and I came here in the spring semester of my sophomore year. So I had written poetry and whatnot prior to getting into any type of music, but once I got here, when I was dorming for that one semester, I ended up just writing a verse to the song by Drake and J. Cole in the morning, and I wrote the verse, I put it on YouTube as a video, and I shared it with my friends, see how they liked it. Everybody was giving me good vibes off of it, but basically in correlation to what you asked us, like I never came in here with the mindset of actually wanting to get into any music. I just kind of found it here. And I do, you know, purchase a bit of that sway, and like, you know, they helped me probably just being here. I don't know, being around these good people and like meeting Armin and just linking up and making good music.
How do you go through the transition from writing poetry to turning it into actual raps and putting a beat to it and finding which emphasis goes where?
Yeah, I mean, it's honestly a science to it. I mean, that's how I view it. I take it really seriously. I love words. I love putting words together. I always have. English is always my best subject. And it's like the same process, just more melodic, excuse me. And it just comes natural for me. I mean, it's really just fun. It's not a hard thing to do. And I just love doing it ever since. I just made the transition. I've been listening to hip-hop. I remember my first memories of hip-hop were just listening to OPP and Hip Hop Hooray from Naughty by Nature, dancing in my house when I was like 3. So it comes from all that.
So who do you guys listen to most? Who do you have the most respect for in the industry right now?
As far as like producers or like
anything you want.
Anything. Pharrell.
Pharrell, definitely.
Really big. He's just kind of the total package, and I really like that. I really like, I guess, I don't know. I just got an album with Ghostface Killah and Adrian Young. That one's really cool.
Word.
And I listen to a lot of R&B music and stuff. D'Angelo and Jaheim, big influences, and yeah.
Rio?
I've got some scattered answers, but recently I just started listening to Acid Rap by Chance the Rapper, and to be completely honest, that album like calms me down. I don't know what it is about it, but it puts me in like a different vibe, and like it's not too high, it's not too low, it's in the middle, and like if you can get past his nasally a delivery, then you can really enjoy his music. But my favorite 3 producers like that have been around for a while are MF Doom, J Dilla, and Ninth Wonder. So I try to listen to as much of their beats as I can from them. I listen to a lot of old 70s music and whatnot from my parents too. But I like, one of my favorite rappers honestly is Earl Sweatshirt. People don't really read too much into his lyrics, but
I don't like him.
That's fine, but you know, I guess he's an acquired taste, but there's a lot in between the lines what he writes. It's really convoluted, but it's like loaded verses that he delivers, and I really like that stuff. So
cool. So right now, I know this style of music has become way more popular in the country, in college life, everywhere. What do you think it is about you guys that makes you unique and stand out against other beat makers or other rappers?
We're not trying to do what everybody else is doing. Like we're just doing our own thing, and we're good at what we do. We found a niche within each other. We found each other by some type of fate,
I think
whatever it is.
As far as rap music today, it's very one-sided. Like it's like either like, you know, boom bap soul sample kind of track, or like just the trap with like the hi-hats and all of that. And I think as a producer, I do a pretty good job of like blending, like using samples and stuff with, I guess, those harder kind of drums from the trap. And like, I don't know, as far as like producing, I think we found a really good balance in sound that we can put out that isn't what everyone else is doing. And Rio, one of the main reasons I love working with him is because he is obviously a very talented lyricist, and he's got melody, you know, he's got character when he raps. So it's one of those things where it can sound commercial, but it's not stupid music. You know?
Right.
He's a smart dude.
I can tell from, I think, it was one of your slower songs. It was the first one you played.
Everything.
Not Raw Dog, but yeah,
Everything.
that one. You could tell that was stemming from a background of somebody who writes poetry. Especially with that one, I could tell.
Yeah.
And your beats, I think, they don't really sound like anything I've heard before.
Thanks.
So what do you think it is? How do you get to that next level and to break through to that next level?
To be honest, I started off writing music. I did not really like start off making hip hop. I played in bands. I started off in metal bands, which was fun, and a whole lot of like screaming, and then more like, I guess, transitioned to more like poppy and melodic stuff, and then I just started listening to a lot of hip hop, and the way that they mix it, like the drums stand out over everything, and I think once I started listening to hip hop and I went back to listening to other genres of music, just the drums just weren't doing it for me, you know? So coming from a background of writing more, I guess, rock-oriented music and stuff, I try to like focus a lot on melody. I'm trying to write for R&B singers now and produce for them. So that's what I'm trying to do. But I think just the combination of those drums and like rhythm mixed with, I don't know, like I guess more rock and soulful melodies is what I'm trying to do.
Awesome. And you guys are both this is your senior year for both of you.
Yeah, he graduates this year. I have one more semester, but we're both seniors. Yeah.
And so are you guys going to continue to make music when you're done? What are your plans for afterwards?
Well,
go ahead.
Yeah.
You first.
Rio's put out a bunch of mixtapes and stuff, but as far as hip hop goes, I haven't put out a real
project,
piece of work. I've done like tons and tons of songs with people. Me and Mikavillain did a split 2 years ago, and then we made another instrumental EP earlier this year. But I basically have like 100 songs that I've just made over like the past 2 years with rappers and singers around Purchase, and I've just been really focusing, I spent so much time trying to put together a very cohesive album that just sounded together, like, you know, very flowy, and I think I spent too much time doing that because I just ended up racking on songs and songs and songs that I just might not ever see the light of day. So
it's a pro and a con, because it's like stacking ammo, but you know.
Yes. So what I decided to do, I'm gonna be putting out 3 EPs a month, like 4 or 5 songs for the next 3 months starting April.
Awesome.
And in 3 months, I'm gonna put out 9 EPs of just a bunch of the songs that I've been working on with people. Tons of songs with Rio, like, you know.
Where can people find your music?
Right now, I just, you know, I don't really put out anything. I just put out the songs with other people, and they're putting that on their stuff. But I'm gonna get that all
Awesome.
together.
Well, we'll let you know where they are. And how about you, Rio?
I feel like this is pretty much what I was really made to do. Before I discovered music, I guess, or that I have like the ability to rap or whatever you want to call it, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I wanted to first be a psychologist. I wanted to get into graphic design. I was lost. So this coming into my life was pretty much like the base of everything, the forefront of everything that's gonna come. Like, I get, thankfully, gracefully, I get nothing but positive comments about my music. People appreciate my music. I've gotten really crazy comments that I really appreciate, like heartwarming compliments. And it just feels good to connect with people, to express myself, give them an introspective idea of my life, what I think about, and try to keep it as even keel as possible. I try to get too political, not too personal, but just trying to connect. I just want to connect with people. And that's what I want to do for the rest of my life. Be an entertainer. It's not even just this, expand. Like, I look at people like my two people I look up the most to probably would be Will Smith and Justin Timberlake, just because of all they've accomplished. And they're actually very similar in what they've done. They've acted, they're
sung. Like modern Renaissance men.
Honestly, that's how I see them. And Will Smith's my just favorite person overall. So, you know, I think they're pretty great role models.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, this is 9Lights and Rio Azul, and we'll see you next week with The Beat Presents.
Check, 1, 2, Rio Azul. I run this track like DMC when I kick it. These flows are like meals that I'm constantly dishing, but don't be tripping. Weary of sticky situations, these demons I'm playing with, this mic that I'm raising. I'm getting lots of praising, I really appreciate it. They tell me I'm amazing when I'm rhyming on these stages, but patience, I remind myself on the daily. I once was a youngin' playing basketball on Bailey Ave, never forgetting from where I came. My roots done deeper than a run for the fame. I plan to be DMC, you wanna be with a message to the people. My lyrics forever lethal to the mind. When I inject my juices through your ear canals, it won't be death, but you'll be saying it's death. I know that there's a lot of music that'll make you wild out, but peep this if you need relieving the stress. Did you hear that? The sound of silence, I know that you never feel that, but never fear that which may come unfamiliar. Adapt to it slowly, solely within you hold the key to the freedom of your mind and moral self-made. Cause the mind is enriched, is forever most paid. Amongst the politics with the violence and sirens, so soak up what you can instead of heading for the Highlands. My man, if we start to scatter like roaches, then death will approach us much quicker than the burning doja when rode up, and I can't have that occur. Hoping for so much murk, then a gold chain and fur. We stand together, we form a bond. So with this newfound unity, we will go somewhere far and beyond our expectations of a perfect nation. Furthermore, a world worth the saving if we develop a little patience. It's a craving and an evil consuming the people, but money-hungry scummies trying to play us out like dummies. Tax breaks for the rich are what they doling out. More food for the hungry's what I'm talking about. Lower class on the line for a bite to eat. Middle class worry about what they put on their feet. The upper class is living life with no worries, while plenty people in the cemetery getting buried. Yo, it's just my peace of mind. I hand it to you like my last full breath. I promise everyone the day that I shine, I'll never change it to the day that I rest. There's a purpose in my soul that I cannot describe. Just look into my eyes, they tell no lies. Everything is seeming to happen for a reason, whether words of advice or an accusation of treason. Karma's what I believe in, and it's the ism I follow. I'm living for a better day and a much brighter tomorrow. Practice drying all of my tears when I be drowning in sorrow. Now my heart is feeling so hollow from emotions they borrow, but never gave back or replenished. In fact, they left me so cold, so I heat up this track and run it till I'm eating. With nourishment I'm seeking, these fans steady peeping these beats that I be reaping. Not even a 50 cal can stop me now. I'm fighting pound for pound, going round for round, hitting every town. Every bullet sprayed is experience gain. I landed jabbing uppercut will help to ease me through the pain and manage the damage inflicted by savages, ravaging up on my habits with a fortune so tragic. I know they'll crumble as I'm rising on an angel's wings. At least I truly feel like giving my everything. My everything. My everything. Cause in the end, my everything. Yeah. Haha. Woo. Check. Feeling now, listen. Yo. I'm that uptown native New Yorker rocking some moccasins. Buffalo Bill skills, ill when I got a pen. Sharpshooter, coochie recruiter, give him the ruler. Never met him the business and saw myself as the tutor. The whole 9 yards and some anthems get played out. I've appeared to drop some fresh shit, but I ain't even giving 2 fucks about the following. Bougie bitches and the shit that they be busy swallowing. Hollering, looking for the booze with the buku dollars. Who got the mileage that could drive them to an alma mater? Soulless hoes get plenty of dough from any bro down a dollar case of digits of blow. That shit ignite a bitch's self-esteem. To have it raining and snowing, the ego bound to grow and overdose to cause a scene. I'd rather drop acid on Mount Olympus and trip into the abysses than fuck with any of these bitches. Yo, check. Ha. reaching for the heat on the weekend, probably seeking for reprieve from the screeching of the cops on the scene, cause the streets don't need another casualty. Wash it off, colors and calicos, hollows through panels to set an example for what? Their blood of a frigid, no better than bids. They needed them digits with cuffs, no love for the G's and the thugs, no daps, no hugs. Slugs flew past while children passed, the realest of rap, so Hawaiian clad. I'm willing to wanna give you my everything, right? Cause even though we're walking for a minute or two, I got a feeling that you're just my type. 5'5", green eyes, jet black hair, fitting in your dress, oh so tight. With your high heels on, got me feeling the chills, spending my bills, I wanna put your name on the wheel, baby I'm for real. Something about a little sparkle in your eye, got me oh so high, all I want is you. No need to reply when I ask what you like, cause I already know, boo. I got the vodka chill, I let it build over ice when I'm setting the mood. My angel, you the baddest jog, I'm being frank now. Got me so addicted to the vision of you grinding on me, yo, so rough. Ain't the man in the streets, but in the sheets, I'm the one they wanna love. Ha, nah, it ain't you, irreplaceable, nah, it ain't you. Tired of chasing hoes who think dough is the key to grow, they ain't got no clue. But you got everything I need in store, I can see it in your core, and I just want more. Yes, more I crave, fixated on you, girl, this I must say. See, I ain't wanna really feel this, kinda caught off guard. I'm sorry, but I'm only being real, miss. Lying never gets a man too far. Go and finish your drink and let's go to my penthouse so we can finally be alone, real.